Hey guys, Alex from 7th Hour Films back again with Obi-Wan Kenobi. Last time on Obi-Wan Kenobi, we had part 4, where, after being captured by Reva, Leia was taken to the Inquisitor's crib, palace, station? I don't know what you call it, actually. Citadel, that was it. It was a Citadel, I think. Maybe? Might have been a Citadel. Anyway, Obi-Wan decided, well, it didn't decide, he had to go rescue her, and with the help of Tala and some of her friends, he went and did just that. He also found the tomb of fallen Jedi that the Inquisitors, or just Jedi that have fallen since Order 66. And we did some speculation about it last time, but someone actually pointed out that it's entirely possible it was just a trophy room, basically. Which is interesting. And yeah, it could just be something as simple as that, you know? So I'll go with that. But yeah, Obi-Wan did manage to save Leia. However, Reva did put a tracker in Lola, so now Vader knows where Obi-Wan is going. But yeah, that was pretty much that. So you may notice if you're watching this live, which if you're not watching this live, this has no purpose, there's no reason for me to say this, but whatever. But yeah, so the episode's a bit late. This is hopefully Tuesday that this is going up. Most likely, though, it might be Wednesday that this is going up. And yeah, this is later than I've been doing. And that is because originally I was actually going to film this reaction while I was on vacation. But yeah, I was on vacation last Wednesday when the episode came out. However, the hotel's Wi-Fi was a bit shoddy, and also I was just really tired. Like, I thought about it, I could have done it, but I was really tired at the end of the day. You know, you're on vacation, you go and you go do stuff, and at the end of the day, you want to just go back to your hotel room and relax. And I did. So yeah, episode's a bit late, nothing to be done about that, but hey. The finale will be out at the normal time on Sunday. But anywho, and if you're watching these reactions all in one go after the fact, then it doesn't matter to you. So, yeah. Anywho, why don't we just go ahead and jump into part 5? Here we go. Ooh, there was a warning. Well, I'm excited for this episode. I've never seen a warning before Star Wars. Hello. Oh my gosh.
Oh, there you are.
Oh! Oh man, look at them.
Coming, Master. Good. Maybe I stand more of a chance this time.
Oh my god, look at these two.
Are you ready?
They're so young.
Are you?
Oh, I'm immediately happy. Oh!
My lord.
Someone's having some flashbacks.
Kneel.
Kneel before Zod.
Grand Inquisitor.
Ooh. Here's a little pin.
Set a course, Captain. We leave for Jabim at once.
Jabim. Oh boy. It is about to go down, I think.
Haja,
Hey.
what are you doing here?
Once we get all these people out of here, I'll do whatever you want. They've been waiting for months. We used an old trade route to get them out, but the window's closing. We held it to help you get the kid. We only have a few hours.
Well, at least they're already getting out of here.
It is not them we need to break.
He knows. He knows what he's doing. He knows his old master. Aw, man. Evil Lola. It's a lot of lightsabers.
He wants us to surrender. We surrender, he'll kill us all.
He'll attack next. He hasn't the patience for siege.
How do you know?
Oh. He knows Anakin doesn't have that kind of patience.
Mercy doesn't defeat an enemy, Master.
Oh, early signs.
Which is why you're gonna
Oh, they both know. I mean, this is the most I've really seen Anakin and Vader, you know? Which, I mean, that's the point. That's the point of this entire show, is connect the dots.
How much time do you need to override the doors?
3-4 hours.
You have one.
Nuh.
And block every other remote access. Everyone else, we're gonna lock down every other entrance in this facility. If we defend our position together, then by the time they get inside, we'll be gone.
You heard him.
You heard the general.
That was underwhelming.
I don't need your opinion.
Did you try
No.
going in the vents to see what's going on?
I'm a little too big to be crawling around in the vents. Would you like to try?
I'm going to need a ladder.
Nuh. She'll
It's not
do it.
playtime right now, princess.
Do as she asks. You trust me? I trust her.
Yeah.
Get her the ladder.
If he's found you, if he's learned of the children, if I don't hear from you soon, I'll head to Tatooine. Owen will need help with the boy. I pray you're safe, Obi-Wan. Both of you.
I mean, yeah. It's taken a lot longer than you would expect.
I didn't know who they were. I didn't know what the Inquisitors would do. 14 people died, and 6 of them were children. And I couldn't do anything to help them. So now I do this.
Lord Vader will have you at any cost.
You mean Anakin? You knew who Vader was.
Yeah.
Daiu, how did you know that?
I don't think that's general knowledge to the
Vader would have
Inquisitors.
kept that hidden. Unless you were there.
It doesn't matter where I was.
The night of Order 66, you were a youngling. That's how you knew you saw him.
Stop.
But he didn't kill you.
We thought he was there to help us. I tried to help them, but I couldn't. When he left, I played dead. Hid with the bodies. Felt them go cold.
You're not serving him, are you? You are hunting him. Let me help you.
Why would I ever trust you?
Because we want the same thing.
Do we, Obi-Wan? Where were you? While he was killing my friends. He was your Padawan. Why didn't you stop him? Why didn't you save us?
Even the fight was too late.
I don't need your help.
But you can't...
I don't need anyone.
You won't stop him alone.
You have no idea what I've done alone.
Oh! Nope! That didn't work. God, there's so many of them! That's frankly amazing that they did that.
Leia, we gotta hurry!
Man, use them as shields or something. Ooh! That's a straight hit. Oh, she's gonna hit the controls. Up.
May the Force be with you.
Ah! Ooh! That's a hell of a sacrifice.
Kenobi is already ours.
Oh, he's gonna surrender, I bet. Ah! Look at these two.
There's no way out, Master.
Not skipping a beat.
He'll keep coming.
That's why I have to stop him.
You going to fight him?
He expects me to surrender. He knows I'll do everything I can to protect these people.
No. He
He'll be on
knows
your
you.
route.
Archer, look out for her, will you?
He's leaving his lightsaber?
You want to tell me how you're gonna fight without a weapon?
There are other ways to fight.
Oh. He will use the Force as opposed to his lightsaber. In that, he could outmatch Anakin. Maybe. He's out of practice, though. Right, you don't notice the red light?
You're gonna die soon.
You're not bringing him to me. I'm bringing him to you.
Ooh.
This isn't over yet.
I think Vader knows what she's about.
What makes you think he won't see it coming?
No.
Because all he'll see is me.
Because nobody knows him better than Obi-Wan.
Your need for victory, Anakin, it blinds you.
Ugh. Such a perfect parallel. Boop.
Hi.
Yay. That was easy. Oh! Oh my god, he's doing what he never did in episode 5. Jeez! Oh! You fell for it, fool! Yoink!
You're a great warrior, Anakin.
But you fell for it,
But you'll
fool.
need to prove yourself as your undoing. Until you overcome it, a Padawan you will still be.
Oof. Is she gonna try something? Well, she tried.
He was wise to use you against me.
He's not even using his lightsaber. Oh. She does have two sides to that thing. She's using it like an actual double blade. Oh, there it goes. There's that spinny garbage. Oh, shit. Wait. Is he actually giving her a chance? He's not even using his lightsaber. Whoop. It's weird to see him with two. Oh.
Did you really believe I did not see it, youngling?
Oh. He knew. Oh, hey.
Hello, third sister. Revenge does wonders for the will to live, don't you think?
I got good.
Your rage
Love this guy's voice.
was useful.
Alright. Well. You tried. 2 points for trying, -5 for choice an opponent.
Hyperdrive is dead. right behind us.
Okay, then. Let's just make things worse. Oh, no. The communicator.
He's found. If he's learned of the children, I'll head to Tatooine.
Oh, no. Ah! Oh, man. God, they actually recast Luke this time. Alrighty. Part 5. Part 5. So the question is, will Vader still go after Obi-Wan? Or will he not? I don't know. I know everybody says, that they have to have the whole thing of, when I left you, I was but the learner. Now I am the master. But I'm curious if there really will be one, Will there be another encounter? There could still be. And, the hyperdrive on the ship is down. And they're right there. They're right behind them. So, yeah, it's entirely possible that that there will be another encounter, But Vader can't go to Tatooine, He absolutely cannot go to Tatooine. He can't know about Tatooine, But Reva is definitely going to go to Tatooine. She'll go to Tatooine, and then she'll try to go after Luke. And Obi-Wan will have to deal with that. Apologies for my voice. When you take a week off, suddenly you start talking. It's a little rough. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I'm very curious as we head into the finale. This was probably the best episode we've had so far. This was a really good episode. Now, everything at the beginning, we literally had a warning about some scenes may be graphic. Which is an interesting thing to put at the beginning of the episode, considering they've never done that before. And I'm curious. I don't know. Was it because people got shot? Or was it Anakin killing the younglings? I don't know. But that was interesting that this was the episode, the first time in Star Wars, at the very least just the Disney Plus shows, that this is where they're like, oh, well, we need to put a warning because this could be a bit graphic. Nothing in this episode was any more graphic than half the crap in Clone Wars. Have you seen Clone Wars? Clone Wars got graphic. Season 1, Asajj Ventress is just putting lightsabers through people's chests, So, I don't know. Strange that had a warning at the beginning, but whatever. Excuse me. Jeez. So, Anakin. We saw him. We saw Anakin. We saw Anakin. An Attack of the Clones Anakin. That's an interesting choice, I must say. That was an interesting choice. I mean, I get it. That's part of the training. It's part of the training, and at the end, the lesson is if you let yourself be blinded to victory, a Padawan you shall remain. Obviously, by the time of Revenge of the Sith, he is a Jedi Knight. In fact, I believe, I would assume that it's either the end of Attack of the Clones or just the beginning of Clone Wars when he does become a Jedi Knight, which is how he's able to take on his own Padawan, But yeah, I get it, but it's really interesting watching the two of them, especially just in the old do, He's got the short hair and the little tail. Obi-Wan's got the long hair, which I guess it's not entirely different from how he looks now, and they de-age them just a bit. So I find that interesting. That that's where, and it's nice to see, it's nice to see Anakin, and it's interesting too. It's interesting too because when we first see Anakin in this series, it's the sort of short vision that Obi-Wan has. And I was expecting, I don't know, I was almost expecting Anakin to be haunting him, He keeps seeing, but it really didn't, which is interesting. It was really just this episode, and you could say that they both shared this memory, they both remembered this moment, this fight, and that's how they sort of went into this battle, and yeah, I like how Obi-Wan says, Vader will attack immediately. He doesn't have the patience for a siege. He knows Anakin, and it's something we don't really get in the original trilogy or in Rebels or whatever, because nobody there really knew Anakin. The only exception being Obi-Wan himself in Episode 4, but they don't dive into that in Episode 4, In Episode 4, it's kind of strange with everything that happens here, and then you get to Episode 4, and it's Vader's not really that plussed about it. He's not that concerned, and he just goes in, and then they fight, and then that's it. It's one of those things, and obviously that's because that was the first thing that was made. They've added so much more later that you kind of go back on that original movie, and you're like, okay, well, most of this, 95% of this holds up, but some of it doesn't quite, it fits, but it's not a tight fit between the original movie in 1977 and all the shit we've had since then, so yeah, that's pretty interesting, but still, it obviously works, it obviously works. Although you could almost say, here's something I just thought of. With Vader's line in Episode 4 of, when I left you, I was the learner. Now I am the master, And people were saying, well, look at him in Part 3 of this, where he dominates Obi-Wan and, throws him into the fire and everything. He doesn't really seem like a learner. He seems more like a master there, so there must be another fight. But what if they're not just talking about skill or, combat or anything? They're talking about his temper, Because in this, Vader is angry, In this, he lets Obi-Wan suffer. He does all of this. Maybe it's that by the time of Episode 4, he has gotten all of this sort of in check, The reason Obi-Wan keeps slipping away in this show is because he knows Anakin. He can defeat Anakin because he knows Anakin's weaknesses. He trained him, you know? He knows how to get away and use Anakin's own temper, his own anger, his own arrogance to his advantage, you know? Even Vader says, you know, when he fights Reva, is like, Obi-Wan was wise to use you against me, you know? And it's true. It's definitely true. He knows exactly how to push Anakin's buttons, you know? Because it's what he does, you know? It's what he does. So, by the time of episode 4, Vader shows up and is like, alright, no fucking around this time. I'm gonna fucking kill you. And that's gonna be it. And I'm not going to let I'm not gonna let anything overtake me. I'm going to fucking get this done. And Obi-Wan looks at this like, well, the only purpose for me being here is to make sure that Luke gets away, you know? Luke will get away, and that's the important thing. So I don't need to face you anymore, you know? I don't need to protect the boy anymore, so I can die now. And that could be it. When last I left you, I was the learner, now I am the master. Last time I saw you, I let all of my anger govern what I did, and that, it's honestly, even though that is the point of the Sith, that didn't help, because that allowed him to get away, you know? That's allowed Obi-Wan to get away time and time again now. So I could see it more like that. Speaking of angry, Reva. So, Reva, who was promoted to Grand Inquisitor, so she, as pretty much everyone suspected, she was a youngling who survived Order 66. Now, it seemed that Anakin still stabbed her, because that's what I was thinking. I was like, well, okay, but someone would have hit you before you went down, you know? But I guess both times Anakin missed all her vital organs. I guess? I don't know. Maybe it's just sort of luck, which, I mean, I guess, you know, if of all the people Anakin killed in Order 66 and all the people that died in Order 66, if one or two of them managed to survive, you know, just by chance, okay, I understand that, you know? So I guess that's basically it, is that she survived by chance, and she played dead so that they would just go on by, basically. But Anakin didn't sense anything. I don't know. Nobody checked her pulse. Check her pulse, Yugi. So, I don't know. But either way. But, I mean, it works. But yeah, so the point of her being an Inquisitor... The point of her being an Inquisitor was to get close to Vader. Becoming the Grand Inquisitor gets her close to Vader. Honestly, it would get her the skills she needed as well, you know? The Grand Inquisitor, presumably, is the strongest of the Inquisitors, and thus would be able to take on, potentially, you know, I sort of see the Grand Inquisitor as sort of like Asajj Ventress, as specifically Vader's apprentice, basically. Like, there are a bunch of other Inquisitors, but this is the main one who is the strongest and is sort of taught by Vader, you know? So she probably thought she could do that and potentially kill Vader, you know? And who knows, maybe even then go try to kill the Emperor. Maybe that was the plan. Of course, we're all sitting here like, oh, honey, you know, it's like, nothing against Reva. I like Reva. I think she's an interesting character. But yeah, no, you're not fighting Vader. You're not fighting Vader. I'm sorry, you know, but you're not fighting Vader. Like, and it's the sort of same thing of like Asajj Ventress versus Count Dooku. It's like, he's a lot stronger than you are. And Ventress was pretty strong too, you know? But it doesn't work, you know? And in the same way that Vader never really... I mean, I don't know. Could Vader, in a one-on-one fight, could Vader have defeated Palpatine? I'm not even sure. Because Palpatine's fucking... He's fucking crazy. He's all over the goddamn place. He'll bring up that fucking Sith magic or some shit, you know? I don't know. So yeah, you know? It's just an interesting sort of thing. And I mean, and yeah, it's like nothing against Reva, but I wouldn't even think the Grand Inquisitor could do that. I mean, I'm pretty sure the explanation in Rebels, and I don't think this is I think this is more behind the scenes stuff, but the reason for the Inquisitor's lightsabers, the fact that they are double bladed and they spin like that, is because they're not as good, you know? Vader's out here with just one blade. That's all he needs. And he is a force to be reckoned with. But the Inquisitors are not as strong with the Force. They're not Sith, you know? They are dark side users, but they are not full-blown Sith, you know? So they would be nowhere near Palpatine, Dooku, Maul, Vader, none of them. So that's the point of those spinning lightsabers, is to sort of compensate for the fact that they're not as good. So yeah, it's nothing against Reva. She's a great character, but it doesn't work. That doesn't work. Sorry. We had Tala's sacrifice, which was interesting. And that makes sense. She would die to protect Obi-Wan and stuff. So that was good. I did like that moment, though. You know, there are other ways to fight. You know, he's not going to fight Vader with his lightsaber. The point of that was really just, I mean, it was to get everybody off of the planet, and it worked. And what I thought it might be was a fight of the Force, but it was really just a battle of wits. You know, it was enough of a battle of wits to bring, you know, to use Reva to stall Vader, basically, and just do it long enough to get those people out of there, you know? So yeah, and I mean, he did, let's just face it, that he did use Reva to get out of there, but, yeah. And then I loved all the flashbacks, you know, all of the flashbacks about Anakin and, you know, your victory blinds you and stuff. So that was really good. I love the parallels there. And honestly, yeah, this is the first time I really feel like, yeah, this is Anakin, you know? Like, there are times, even in Rebels, you know, it's more just Vader, you know? It's more of just Vader. Even when he encounters Ahsoka in Rebels, like, it's Vader. Anakin is lost. It's just Vader. But here, I like how they do use it, like, no, his tactics, how he does this, his anger, that is still Anakin. He didn't lose that, you know, just because he's gone to the dark side. And yeah, when Obi-Wan says, like, you know, you, what the hell, it was the patience. Yeah, it was, you know, Vader won't do a siege. He doesn't have the patience for that. Anakin would not do that with everything in, with everything you see in Clone Wars. It's like, no, that's not Anakin's style. You know, Anakin's style is, I'm going to go in there and I'm going to win, you know? And that translates over to Vader in this, and I like that, you know? So that's really, really good. And then everything, you know, victory blinds you. It's like, well, you know, this will work because all he will see is Obi-Wan, you know? He will not be concerned. But as soon as Obi-Wan gets away, then yeah, then he does that. Then he focuses on Reva. So there's that. Well, there's that. And yes, he did. He always saw that in Reva, but he's more focused on Obi-Wan, which allowed him to get away. But it wasn't enough for Reva's revenge, unfortunately for her. And then I love the Grand Inquisitor just shows up and he's like, I'm better now. And he's like, okay. I guess he had a nice long soak in a Bacta tank, you know? That literally has to be it, that he just, again, she missed all of his vital organs and then he survived. And I was like, oh, all right. I love this guy's voice. He's no Jason Isaacs, but I love his voice. It's really funny, you know? Anyway. But Reva is not done yet, and it's looking like she's headed to Tatooine to take out baby Luke. Now, obviously, Luke and Leia can't meet each other, so I'll be curious how this is going to go down. The only thing I could think, I know that there's a comic where Obi-Wan fights Maul on Tatooine, and I think at the end of it, like, he gets taken out by Owen. Like, Owen just has, like, a blaster and kills him or something. And I would be curious if that would sort of be what happens in the next episode, but replace Maul with Reva, you know? I could somewhat see that, probably. You know, that could be kind of interesting. Yeah. I don't know. And the other thing, too, is that does Luke even know who Obi-Wan is, you know? He should know of old Ben Kenobi, you know? Because that, he does know. He's like, Obi-Wan, I don't really know that name. Oh, I wonder if he means old Ben Kenobi, you know? The old hermit. Maybe. So maybe we could get a scene of young Luke. And for the first time, they will actually fucking recast Luke. They did it! They did it! It's not like baby Mark Hamill. That would have been funny. I would have lost my shit if it was just a CG young kid Mark Hamill. Oh, that would have been the funniest fucking thing. Oh well. But no, I don't think they'll do that. Which, I mean, you know, when they show, at the end of Rogue One, when they show Leia, they do have a, you know, de-aged sort of thing going on there. A CG face for that. But then they recast Leia with a child actor in this one. She's really good, so yeah. But yeah, I guess that's basically it. Sorry if I'm a little low energy. Again, you know, you take a week off from your job and you jump right back into it, and suddenly my voice hurts, you know? But yeah, that was a really, really good episode. I really enjoyed it. And next week, less than next week, on Sunday, we'll be back for the finale to the Obi-Wan Kenobi show. And yeah, I look forward to where this is going. But that is basically it. With all that being said, I'm Alex from 7th Hour Films, and I will see you guys next time. Take care. Alright guys, thanks for watching this video. There's a bunch of links on screen if you want to go click around to any of those. There's a playlist for all of my Obi-Wan Kenobi reactions, as well as another playlist for all of my Book of Boba Fett reactions if you want to go check those out. There's also a subscribe button and a Patreon button on screen, as well as other links in the description if you want to go check out any of those. See you guys later.